Okay guys, just a quick fill-in. What I want to do is get you started, or get me started, get you started if you're following along. I've taken the bridge apart. Okay, I've given it a bit of a clean because if you remember it was a little tiny bit rusty. Don't worry if you haven't got a Stratocaster, there is a way of doing it to a Les Paul and something with a floating bridge and stuff, which I'll cover later. But basically, for now, we're just going to be working on the assumption that you have got a Stratocaster or something with a tremolo bridge. Now, if you're aware, you unscrew the bridge, take the bridge off, basically take all the springs off the back, and this is how it comes. Okay, you take your little screws out, 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, and then it separates completely. In essence, what we're actually going to do is we're going to lie the Piezo bridge pickup underneath the bridge plate, okay? But to do this, because this normally sits completely flat on top here, we need to raise the screws up slightly to give this a little bit of room. So what you do, and this can be a little bit tricky, is we take this and we put it here, and then you get yourself either some washers. Actually, I have got you know, these cost next to nothing, or you might have them lying around the house. Actually, these are 2 nuts from putting machine heads on, so you know they're a perfect size. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this here, alright, just next to where the strings pass through the holes on the front. This is the front edge of the bridge, and then you're going to place your screws, or your nuts should I say, there, bridge plate on top, like this, and then obviously you're going to screw it in. You're saying, wow, this sounds so simple. It is a little bit tricky. I have practiced this before I've recorded it, that's why it seems a little bit easier. Now, a little thing to note, most Piezo acoustic bridge pickups like this one, the side with the wire, this wire here, is actually the side of the bass string, or your bottom E. Okay? Right, some of them have a little white line showing where they are at this side. But what you're aiming to basically do is get it nicely equally centered. I don't know if you can see that. Right, but there you go, there's the wire. Right, and it is now sitting perfectly underneath the bridge. Okay? You might need to tweak it a little bit, push it in carefully with a flat-headed screwdriver if you can. Right, but make sure your nuts are nice and tight. But what you can actually see is the nuts that we've put at the back here as little spacers have given it it's still strong. Okay, so if you use your tremolo arm, it's not going to affect it. The wire obviously is going to go through the control cavity, so it's going to go down, and we'll drill a little hole. If some of them have got little holes already, if not, you might have to drill one. But that's it. Okay, so that's the first part of your Piezo do-it-yourself bridge. Okay, so that's it. Alright, the next bit's going to be putting the small Piezo on the soundboard itself in the guitar, and then I'll show you how to wire that bit up and how to do a bit of switching. Okay, but for now, that's the first part of our project sorted. Look after yourselves, guys. Stiggy out. Right, guys, here you go. So, last video we put the pickup into the actual bridge here, and basically what that's going to do is as the strings come up through over your bridge saddles, which we haven't put on yet, they're going to vibrate. Now, a Piezo pickup is basically crystals which vibrate and make an electrical signal, and that comes down the wire into your wiring, etc., into your amplifier, and makes you sound. Now, just to add a little bit extra, what I am going to do is we're going to put one of these in. Now, this is the same thing. Inside here is just basically the same as what's in there. It's still a Piezo pickup. Only this is a soundboard pickup, and like I said about the price the other day. What we're going to do is we're actually going to glue sorry, crawfish. we're actually going to glue this to here. Okay, so bear with me a second.